For more, let's bring in Needham's John TODARO. John, thank you very much for being here. Let's start with Bitcoin, and then maybe we can expand to other areas of crypto. But where do you stand on Bitcoin in 2022?
Yeah, I think into the next couple of quarters here into the new year, Q1 and Q2, I think the backdrop for Bitcoin and the broader crypto universe, because they're all very correlated, is still pretty strong here. You have institutions that are very under allocated to the crypto space, and institutional involvement in crypto and Bitcoin in particular very much was the story of 2021. But I think we're really going to start to see that play out more so in 2022 and into 2023, where institutions get more comfortable with actually custodying, trading, and holding these assets. So you still are going to see a lot of capital flowing into that. Now, obviously, markets have been red a little bit here the last few weeks, and that is some concern about risk on assets. And you've also seen it was a really phenomenal year for crypto assets. So certainly some profit taking from institutions that are kind of reassessing and looking at that. But I think the backdrop still is there for at least the first half of 22.
So just to follow up on that, because as you mentioned, 2021 was supposed to be the year that saw all this institutional adoption of crypto. What makes you think that 2022 will be any different? 2023 will be any different? What are kind of the key catalysts here?
Yeah, you certainly saw an uptick in that. So, throughout the, what we see at Needham, we're working with institutional investors. The difference between 9 months ago and today is very different, with institutions getting more comfortable with these assets, putting some money to work, although it's still relatively small. A lot of it's still around the privates and the crypto space. You're really starting to see that pick up, where institutions are focusing more on the crypto assets themselves. You've seen futures volume, derivatives volumes really pick up this year, where institutions are more active on that side of things. So you've certainly seen the institutional pick up, but a lot of institutions still want to get comfortable with it. This is a process that takes time. And so you're seeing that hiring today, though, whether it's spinning up dedicated research analysts, portfolio managers to look at crypto. You're seeing those initial steps taken basically through 2021. And then it seems in 2022, you could actually start to see more of that capital get put to work. So I think that 2021 was a great year historically for institutions getting involved, but I think you're just going to start to see some of that capital inflow in 22.
You make a great point, John, on the research, on the wealth management side, custody and trading. I wonder if you think the new year brings us another inflection point in payment mechanism, right, and just opportunities at point of sale to use it, and what that would do to sentiment.
Yeah, certainly. So there's almost two use cases for crypto assets. There's the actual utility, where you're using decentralized applications, whether it's DeFi applications for borrow, lending, trading, or actual payment applications, whether that's stable coins, whether that's the Bitcoin Lightning Network, where you're actually sending payments. That could be in the form of remittances or other areas. And so you're seeing progress on both those fronts. DeFi applications are seeing a growth in that. Borrow, lend, you're seeing a lot of growth in that front. And it's becoming a lot easier to use. So historically, these protocols were difficult to use for your everyday individuals. And you're seeing a lot of progress on that front, where development progress is actually coming to the point where it's very easy to use for individuals and everyday users. And you're starting to see that on the payment side as well, whether it's stable coins, whether it's the Bitcoin Lightning Network. You're seeing more and more use cases on the actual payment side. So I think that that's all set to play. Once again, that kind of feeds into the backdrop of why institutions are looking to get allocated to this space, because you do have efficiencies, whether in decentralized finance or on payments that are coming to fruition now, that is really starting to challenge some of the legacy payment institutions.
What is up, Cryptocurrency Nation? It's your boy Britt VR. Welcome to the show. As you can see, Bitcoin, we have broken out of this huge trend line coming down, and everybody got really excited as we popped up, but looks like we hit this resistance line right here at $51,624, and we push back down. If we can go to the metrics of Glassnode, we can see retail investors are not in the cryptocurrency market trading really right now. The volume is low, and this is the transaction fees on the Bitcoin network. Usually retail investors come in and use the coin in different websites, or send it to somebody, or send it to a wrap where they can use it in DeFi. And we can see there's been no volatility right here. So this push up in the Bitcoin price has all been institutional investors, because they basically buy the coin and hold it, don't do anything with it, and send it to the exchange to make a transaction back to fiat cash. This is the first time we've seen in a while that Bitcoin has decoupled from the stock market. Usually, as the stock market goes up, Bitcoin will go up, and you can see the stock market went up and Bitcoin has moved down. Weird things we're seeing right now. Also, if you look at the dollar has been pushing directly up, and that's why we have seen the price of Bitcoin move down. We are still seeing inflation with the dollar, but with the variant out and the Federal Reserve talking about moving rates higher, everybody is moving towards the dollar. So let's get off of Bitcoin and talk about what Richard Hart and the Pulse community is talking about right now. There's a DAO that's going to be come out and a second coin with that. And Richard Hart is saying that Pulse X, which is supposed to be exchanged like Uniswap, it's actually a copy of the V2 of Uniswap, not the V3, because you can't copy that. And he's saying in these messages that the Pulse X coin, guys, is going to be deflationary. That's going to be great. The fees are going to be extremely low. You're going to be able to put liquidity on the market from different coins that will be created and coins that are brought over from Ethereum network to add liquidity to the network. Also, he's saying there's going to be no admin keys and no middleman, which is great. It's going to keep it from being hacked. And if you want to see more information, he had a YouTube video with Meet Kevin. It was fantastic. When I say fantastic, fantastic. Watch this. It's an hour and 33 minutes, but it was worth every bit because Kevin asked questions that were very necessary for people who want to invest in cryptocurrency to know. Just a great interview. Watch it when you guys can. But there will be a sacrifice coming up pretty soon. And with that sacrifice, you'll be able to get this Pulse X coin. This may be a great opportunity to get in something at the beginning, coming from the price of 0 going up. Great opportunity. I will put on my Twitter to keep you guys updated when they will start the sacrifice. But I also will put this link right here for Twitter so you guys can read in depth about what Richard Hart is talking about for Pulse X. Also in the news, Zcash is trying to move to proof of stake. I am a miner of Zcash, but you know, these guys are trying to move the technology away from the Bitcoin technology, which they fork for, which will make it better for gas fees and everything. But, you know, we'll see what happens if they can pull it off as the devs. So let's go back to the Bitcoin charts. As you can see, we pushed down below this support line at $48,674. I think we're going to hit the top of this and continue to push down lower to $40,464. If you guys think something else will happen, leave a comment at the bottom and let me know where you guys think the price of Bitcoin is going to go. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and all you guys have a good day, and all you guys have a good night, and enjoy the crypto life. Peace.